Hello. So today we're gonna do some Dwarf Fortress as a little extra supplementary video. This one will probably progress a lot slower than all the Anno 1404, just because meh. Anno 1404 is the main one right now. So anyway, our first task. So I've already generated a world. This is it here, as you can see, and we're moving around the world, looking for a good spot. Now, spot we want, an ideal spot will contain light metals, deep metals, fluxstone, and a river. We don't want a site of an aquifer, because those are just a pain in the ass. Okay, so, ooh. Looks interesting. So, we're just... There does appear to be a slight problem, so I will be right back. Sorry about that, problem solved. So yeah, here we have an interesting spot. We have a river. We've got flux, and we've got woodlands, and it's a wilderness. Though I'm not entirely sure what that is. So I don't think we can go there. But if you haven't noticed, I am using a texture pack because it's easier on the eyes. It's my preference. I enjoy, occasionally I do switch to the good old ASCII, but yeah, I just felt like doing a texture pack for you guys, just because I thought most of you might find it easier to read. God, where should we... I'm not finding many good spots. I could do the quick search, but I don't like using that because it's usually pretty bad. See, we could just go some deep metals and soils and maybe see if we can get some flux. Let's check a bit up here actually. Oh no, I've looked here. So we've got deep metals, we've got flux. Aquifers. Yeah, you're gonna get aquifers near the river. I'll be right back once I found a spot. So I think I found a spot. We've got clay, we've got deep soil, we've got shallow metals, we've got flux, and we've got deep metals. Now, so yeah, let's give this an embark and we'll see how it looks. Yep, don't care about that. So I think we're going to use the Mayday custom. Though I'm quite tempted to use this. Yeah, we'll use this one here. Just because I am too lazy to do the rest of it myself. Never mind, I am not happy with that at all. So I'm going to be right back again. Right, so I finally found a place. I'm going to turn this music down, I think. Let's just tidy up this quickly, because it is loud. We'll put it about there. Right, we'll pause you. There we go. So, here's our world, as you can see on the side. So we have a little waterfall here, actually. Which is very nice. So I might dig down there actually. Ooh, this looks like a... So, yeah, for those who don't know, Dwarf Fortress, I'll go over that quickly because I haven't even talked about that yet. Dwarf Fortress is a game where you create a fortress for little guys called dwarves. There's a bunch of them here. The dwarves, stuff can happen, like, people can... It's hard to explain this game because there's a ton of crap that happens. You're going to have to, like, read it up. There's not much wood here. But oh well. So what we're going to do, first of all, pretty much we're just making a place for them to live and keep them safe. Simple as that's the gist of it. And of course there's tons of stuff that happens along the way, which you will hopefully see. All of it. Or at least some of it. And, so, I guess the first thing I'm doing is I am designating a bunch of trees to get cut down. Because we need the wood to make beds and all sorts of stuff so they can sleep. And then we need to... So I paused it right now, so they're not doing anything. I need to find a place to put our fortress, to start our fortress off. See, I'm thinking about here, we have our like main entrance. So if we were to like... Let's see how much of the map is left here. Yeah, a fair bit. Okay, so if we... Because see, we're right next to the waterfall, because we could do something really clever with the water here later on, maybe. So let's designate our little... This will be our main entrance. Right here. Maybe I'll make it a little bit bigger. Right. And then here, we're going to put some... Actually, let's make this nice and tidy. Oops. Messed up there. There you go. So now we're going to put some beautiful staircases right there, which should lead right there. We'll put some more. This time I'm going to put some up-down staircases, and then we'll do it one more time. Oh, what are those? I think we'll do it one more time. Yeah, we'll do it there. And this is where the bulk of our fortress will be in this level. Where do those thingies go? There they are. Let's see what these are. These are hippos. A huge, round, hairless river creature. And so everything has like descriptions like that. And a lot of them are really good descriptions. You know, some of the animals are quite funky. Even some of the dwarfs. Each of the dwarfs have their own description. See if we take a look at our miner here. There's a lot there. If you want to read this, you can pause the video and look at it. I'm not going to read through all that, or let you read through all that. We've got stuff to do, places to be. So we're going to unpause the dwarfs, and off they go. They've all got their jobs. Some of them haven't, so they're just going to sit there for a bit. But he's going to go off and cut trees, and our two miners are going to start clearing out this path. Right, so here, actually I'm going to pause again, and I'm going to start designating out our area for our dwarves to live. So what I'm doing here is I'm saying I want them to dig this area. We'll extend. This would be our main hallway. And the first thing we want to do is actually we want to get food source going. So to do that, we'll go back to the main fortress in a second. We have special plants called plump seeds and a couple others. But they need special mud to grow, which you get from having underground, for flooding these like floor tiles here with these floor tiles there with water. So one way to do that is to dig out a little area like so, like that. Will that be big enough? Yeah. We'll make a little path here. And the dwarves come dig this out, and then we will dig this hole here, and this will flood all with water, and the tiles here will become mud, pretty much, which will allow us to build certain crops. Now this is a really small farm for now. Later on we'll probably expand into this one here, make like a big farm, but we'll do that later. And in each of these one water blocks there are 7 layers of water, so that's like really deep water. And as we open this up, all this water is spread out. So once this here, these the 7 here, it can occupy a maximum of 7 tiles. It'll all spread out, but there'll only be one level of it. So it'll be really shallow. It'll be like a puddle, pretty much. I hope this is all making sense. I mean, I'm not good at explaining at all, really. And this is, well, it's a pretty complex game. So we'll get to that. And one thing you should know is these little single tiles here, only one dwarf can go down them at a time. So if another dwarf's on it, the other dwarf will have to wait. And so if you don't do that if you're on like big busy places. You only do that in quiet places, like this farm here. Only the farm will be going up and down there, really. So they're going to start, they're just chilling up there for now. And then our next task is to dig out a place for our dwarves to store food underground and to eat it. And after that we also need to get them some houses going. Can you finish off? Oh. So they're not quite done digging yet. These ones here, like this, They haven't been dug out yet, but they're near the surface. Have been dug out pretty much. Like that. So we're just gonna wait for these dwarfs pretty much to dig it out. And oh, we found some more already, that's pretty good. So actually while we're at it, let's designate out our food and our dining hall. So we're gonna put this here. We're just gonna make a small dining hall, about that size. And alongside it, we are going to put a smaller, bit bigger than that, food stock. And I'll do 2 tiles like that. And I'll extend it. And this is where, here we're going to store all our food. And we're also going to put these things called workshops, which is where the dwarves will create stuff like beds and cook food and all that. I should probably get an upstairs workshop, so I'll do that now actually. So we go to buildings, so we press B. As you can see, all the key commands are right here. So a workshop is building, so we press B. And then to get to a workshop, we have to press W, but as you can see there, workshops, and that gives us another menu. And here's all the workshops we can build. And we want a mason's workshop, so we can start building doors pretty much. And I'm going to use some slate, because we're going to have a lot of that soon. And so with that we can start building doors. And now as you can see, I've left a gap here, which means the dwarves actually can't reach this to build it. So that means they're going to dig all the rest of the stuff out before they start digging that out. So that means we can get our farms going pretty fast. Because that's one of the problems I've always had with this game, is I've never quite gotten the food going fast enough. And then the dwarves, they die of starvation or thirst, or they go crazy, which is what if they're not happy, dwarves go crazy and start like kicking the crap out of everything and all sorts of stuff. So you need to get them food and make sure they've got water to drink and all that. And alcohol is the key one. Dwarves drink a lot of alcohol. So you need to make sure we've got alcohol going, which we can get from farming up here. And as you see, if you haven't noticed yet, I'm switching through all the different layers on the ground. So this is like the top layer. There's a slightly lower level, and a lower level, and a lower level, and a lower level, and so on. This isn't intended to be a tutorial, but I probably will explain stuff like this as we go along. I'm definitely, as with every game, I am no expert at all. So yeah. So now we've cut this out, we're going to do a little dig there. Someone's going to dig it out, and all this water is going to flow out here, as you can see. And I think, how are we doing? What's the levels? Like 3. We may need to make this a tile bigger, like that. There you go, so that's just about the right size. A little water's flooded out, but that's alright. And it's raining. Oh, damn it. Not a good time for rain. Just because we want all this water to drain out. Which it is. Not quite where I wanted to drain out, but yeah. So you see this little bit of squiggly lines where the water's still moving around. But hopefully this should all start to dry out soon, and we can start planting farms. At least small one anyway. Most of these dwarfs, they're chilling up there. So they don't like chilling in the rain at all. They're going to get a little bit unhappy. And I can also get this started to be dug out now. So we do it like that. And before they do that, we're going to designate some living area for them to live in. So they got some lovely bedrooms. So this is what I generally do. I build like a little sort of thing around the dining hall, and I put bedrooms around it. And so I generally give my dwarves a 4x4 room. You can probably hear me smashing at my keyboard right now. Hope it's not too loud. Perfect, and now I'll just do a bunch of bedrooms like this. Try and make it nice and neat. Which I haven't done, sadly. But okay. That's fine, whatever. And so the dwarves come dig it out. They dig us a new dining room so they can have a lovely place to eat and meet up, so they don't have to stand out in the rain. and they will also dig themselves some bedrooms. So we can start moving everyone downstairs. And here we'll get some doors being made. A couple doors. Ah, good, the weather's cleared. So this is all draining out now, so it won't be long now until there's still a couple layers, like 2 layers of water here. If you look at the layers up there. Oh, maybe they're all gone now. Maybe they've finally covered it all up. But this water was pretty much almost done dry now. So once we've dug out the bedrooms, our next goal would be to dig out some storage space for like wood. What are those? I think it's just some rocks and stuff. But dig out some storage space for wood and stuff, which we'll keep underground with the rest of the fortress. And our workshop, so we can quickly get stuff made. Just extend that one so it looks a bit neater and I know what's going on. And let's see, what are all the dwarfs doing? Drinking. So these are the jobs currently. These guys, they're drinking, are miners. Our expedition leader is drinking. No job, no job. Okay. So you can see what they're doing there. Now dwarves have a lot of schools. You got like, they've got hundreds. Well, not hundreds, but they've got a few. Which you probably won't be able to see all of them because I will not be changing their jobs within the game because that is a long and laborious task. So instead I've got this little application called Dwarf Therapist, which makes it much easier for me to change their stuff. And you can see they've got lots of stone lying around here, so we need to clear that out sooner or later. Ah, look at that. See, it's all drying out now. We've got small piles of mud there. So I'm going to build some walls right here to block this off so no creatures could jump down and get into our fortress. So someone with architecture or mason skill, I think it is. What skill is it? He hasn't told me. I think it's architect. Will come down and build that for me. They'll grab a rock from down here. I think it's the guy who's building the doors for me. See, there he is. He's working away. Right there. And there, off he goes. I think he's going to grab another rock. So you might see him come here in a second. Poke his head out. Grab a rock. Maybe. Maybe not. No. So we've got our first room dug out here. Well, we've got a lot of metals. I hardly have any. There, see, he's carrying a rock. There you go. And we're also going to get this farm plot going. So we're going to build. We're going to do a farm plot, which is P. And we're going to place it. So we'll do a little one like that. And we will. A farmer will come down and build this. There we go. And once he's done building that, we can set some crops to grow there. See, how's this coming along? Not too bad. There we go. So we want to get some plump helmets. We pretty much just want plump helmets for the first year. Just because you can eat those and you can use those for beer. So they're a nice quick thing to use. So I'm going to come back once we've dug out our dining hall, or something else interesting has happened, which I doubt will, and I'll give you guys an update. Right, so I've come back to show you the details of our fortress, how it's coming along. So you can see we've got plants, they're growing pretty well there, very nice. And we come down a couple layers, and here it is, our fortress is all dug out. And I'm just designating a new area right here. This is our workshop area. It's where we're going to put all our workshops, and just below it is we're going to put all our stockpiles, where these stairs are. And here we go, we've dug out our dining room, a little food stockpile and workshop place for food, And underneath it is our proper food stockpile. So we're going to stockpile, all our food will be stockpiled here for now. And they can just quickly walk downstairs, and there you go. And if this gets too small, we've put up and down staircases there, so we can just expand below it. So all our rooms are now dug out, which is great. Problem is we need to get beds. So the moment we get a spare workshop place over here, we will open up a carpenter's, wrong way, and start getting some beds. Quickly, we're going to put in some more door orders quickly, and then I think I've been recording now for about 18-20 minutes overall, which yeah, most of it was Sally explaining of stuff, which I probably did a really poor job at, so I do apologise. But yeah, I think I'm going to leave it at that. I'm probably going to do less and less explaining as we move on. If you want to learn more, really, the best way to look it up is by playing it yourself, or looking up, oh, I'm trying to think, there was this guy who made some amazing Let's Play tutorial sort of things on Dwarf Fortress. I will try and find those and put a link in the description, so you can, if you want to learn how to play as I play it, you can look there. But yeah, apart from that, I'm not really, yeah, as I said earlier, I'm not going to teach you how to play, because yeah, I don't think I could do that very well. But if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I might be able to answer them, and if I can't, I'm sure some of my other viewers may be able to. So I think I will end it there for now, and we'll come back later for some more Dwarf Fortress. I will see you guys later.